everybody's doing good. Hope your trucks are treating you good. I am in the middle of nowhere today, and I love it. But this isn't where you're going to make the big money. If you want to make consistent, good checks and have more of a chance at success, then you'll stay away from the West, the Midwest or the West. Just stay away. Your consistent good money is in the East, and I would I'd say draw a line from Dallas to maybe Chicago and stay east of that line. The further east you go, the more consistent you'll be. There's all kinds of reasons. The main reason, that's where most people live, obviously. But that's where the consistent freight is, except with the exception of Florida. When you stay out of Florida, those people are lazy. They only want to party on the beach. But that's where the consistent good rates are. And that's where you will find the most success. It's not where I like to drive. But if you want to have the best possibility of ensuring your success and a good paycheck every week, that's where you need to stay. And there are other things you can do to help that out. And there's lots of things you can do. Be available. Go when you can go. Pick up in the middle of the night, deliver in the middle of the night, drive all night. Try not to deadhead too far. Don't procrastinate too long when you're looking at those load boards. Just keep those wheels turning. Keep them turning. Run that clock out. Don't lay up and be lazy about it. Get up early. Run all 11 hours if you can. Try to deliver early. Try to pick up early. Everything you can do to try to be successful, is all about being available. And if you're just sleeping late in the morning and trying to drive just a few hours every day, you're not going to find that consistent paycheck. And if you're trying to do what I do, you're probably not going to find that big money that you want. So yes, keep your butt in the East Coast and you won't have many problems. And there are other advantages to being in the East Coast too, other than the freight. And that's it's probably the two main advantages is services and fuel. When you start heading west out of Texas, everything starts to become more expensive. And services start to become fewer and farther between. Now, when you're out on the East Coast, fuel is pretty consistent. The cost of fuel up and down the East Coast doesn't change very much. And services are pretty consistent. You don't have to go too far to find the next tire service or mechanic. So if you break down, you're not too much worried about it. You can get somebody out to fix that tire or look at your truck, or you don't have to get towed very far. Well, if I broke down right now where I'm at, I'd probably have to get towed nearly 200 miles to the nearest truck service. And like I said, the further you go west, the more your fuel's going to cost. So why would anybody want to drive out here? Well, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, it's just a peace of mind. It's what I enjoy. So my normal, I wouldn't say routine, because it's quite the opposite of a routine. I don't like routines. So my normal way I do things is I try to stay around the house as much as possible. as much as I can. But I like breaking up that. Every once in a while it gets monotonous, and I want to get out of there. So I'll take a trip out west. And out west pretty much includes everything except Los Angeles and anything above Sacramento. Just anything. I love New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Nevada. Those are my favorite places to drive. And when I'm setting up a trip to come out here, what I try to do is set it up around places that I can stop and do my reset. And lately that's been southern tip of Nevada. It's a place I've been going for the past few years, just to relax and get out of the truck. But that's where my peace of mind is. For almost 30 years, I worked my butt off for someone else. I did what they wanted me to do, when they wanted me to do it, how they wanted me to do it. I tried to be the best employee I could be to get that 20-cent raise every year and keep those benefits. And yeah, I never enjoyed it. Always chasing the dollar, and never could find it, and never could find the peace of mind. So now that I'm an owner-operator and I have choices, I enjoy what I do. I truly enjoy what I do, and I don't want to ruin that in any way. And if I got on the road and tried to be a road warrior, and if I tried to run up and down that East Coast or that West Coast and stuck in traffic, all the time, and just trying to deal with knuckleheads, I wouldn't enjoy it anymore, and I would be dreading getting in this truck every day. Some of you don't mind. Some of you have way more patience than I do, and that's probably, it's not probably, it is a good thing. So, stay out on that East Coast. I like driving out here for my peace of mind, not for the money. I don't worry about the money. I don't worry about trying to chase that dollar and trying to outdo myself on every check. Now, I like getting those big checks, don't get me wrong. I'll brag about them every now and then, but that is, it's nice to have a good income, and make no mistake, I make good money, and I get the really good checks every now and then, but it's not a challenge for me anymore. I really don't worry about it, other than trying to get the best load going to where I want to go, and that's why I'm doing this. So I'm not going to jump in the truck and be on the road for weeks at a time, because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to take away my peace of mind and my enjoyment. So there you go. That's it in a nutshell. If you want to be successful, your best shot at being successful is staying on the East Coast. And I'm not saying that you can't make money coming out here, because I do. I make fairly good money when I come out here, and just for the most part, you'll make good money coming out, and you don't make hardly any coming back. That's the normal pattern. And I know some of you are saying, "Oh, I make great money going out to the West Coast." Yeah, you can make very good money if you get those loads that just bypass the Midwest. If you're going from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast and then straight back, there's big money in that too. But like I said, I try to stay off the West Coast. Once you get out there, if you want to run the West Coast, there again, you can make good money going up and down. But there again, that's not what I want to do. So I hope you can find a lane that you like and do what you like and make the good money. And not an easy thing to do, at least not for me, because I've changed companies a few times in the past 5 years, 6 years, trying to find and get to the point where I can enjoy what I'm doing. And I'm finally here, and like I said, I'm just not going to chase the dollar anymore. I'm not going to ruin what I